First off, my records show that from the time that you and I first talked to now, it looks like you're getting 4 times more leads. Is that accurate? Am I off? Because there's somebody out there that feels stuck.
It is accurate. It's a little hard to believe, but it's true. And I say it because I'm experiencing it, and it's an amazing thing.
John Gray, welcome to the Thrivetime Show. How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm doing well. Thank you so much. DoneRightCarpetCare.com. That's DoneRite, carpetcare.com. And we're based here in Thousand Oaks, California. You saw me a year ago when I was talking to Clay. My company was like spiraling down the drain, like just barely surviving. And now here we are a year later, actually, to the month, and I'm able to pay my bills. And wow, what a change just in emotional state, let alone being inspired and wanting to do more. Well, you know what? You can't really put a price on sanity, but I tell you what, it's really helped my sanity, my peace of mind, because when you put the work in and you don't get the results, it makes you question everything. However, when you put the work into a recipe that really works and then you actually see the results, it makes all the difference. And that's what I've experienced with you and Levi and Thrivetime Show. It's been amazing. It's a recipe that works, and it makes me want to do the work because I'm seeing the result, not just financially, but even in my marriage and in my family, because I'm a happier guy. I mean, my gosh, when you're looking at bills that are just kind of drowning you, it really sucks. But when you have, the finances and you can, go golfing with your son or do something with your kids and your family, that's pretty transformational. Thing is it's like, these are not like tire kickers. These are people that are interested. They're looking for a good quality company. They're not looking for like the lowest price. I mean, these are good qualified candidates to do business with Done Right Carpet Care.
Return on investment. I'm not asking you how much you're making or how much you're spending exactly, but I just want to make sure we get this idea. What I want to do is if I buy a tire for my car, I want my tire for my car to work and get me from A to B. If I buy a toothbrush, I want it to be used to brush my teeth. The utility of what we do as a consultancy is we want to help you grow your business. How would you describe the return on investment of what you're paying us versus the return you're seeing?
Well, it's been really good. And to be frank, because my business was where it was, swirling down that drain. And honestly, it's humbling, but also embarrassing to admit, but it's the truth. That said, I couldn't stay on if it wasn't working for me. Like, I needed it to bring in jobs that were going to be extra on top of what I would normally bring in with my word of mouth, my referrals, and my repeat clients. Because of Levi and because of you and because of like the tracking, I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, these jobs from Google and other places that I'm tracking are a direct reflection of your guys' recipe. So I can absolutely tell you, man, it's like I wouldn't be here having this conversation or paying my bill every month if it wasn't working. When everything was swirling, I was doing the wrong recipe, man. And nobody cared because I had nobody in my corner at the time except for me. And I'm just so thankful to be your client. Just make the call or the click, whatever it is, and you won't be sorry. You'll only be sorry if you don't do it, because you're just going to be like on a hamster wheel, and that just leads to burnout. When you have that recipe and you follow it, you get the results. It's no longer a carrot on the stick. You have that freaking carrot. You have the whole freaking bunch of them, man. So go after it and do it.
Well, folks, on today's show, I want to encourage you and introduce you to a real client, a real great guy who's having real success because he's really putting in that real work. And here is the man, the myth, the legend, John Gray. Welcome to the Thrivetime Show. How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm doing well. Thank you so much.
So for anybody who wants to look up your website, what's your web address and where's your business based?
It's DoneRightCarpetCare.com. That's DoneRite, carpetcare.com. And we're based here in Thousand Oaks, California.
I'm going to pull it up on the screen to make sure we got it. It's doneright.carpetcare.com. I'm looking it up here. Doneright.carpetcare.com. And that's in Thousand Oaks, California. Thousand Oaks, California, for anybody Googling that thing. So I'm going to pull it up right now. And as I pull it up here, just to avoid any confusion, I believe you're spelling right, Rite, right? So
Correct.
Done, and then right, Rite, carpetcare.com. That's the website. And I have a kind of a list of some fun wins I wanted to break down here. First off, my records show that from the time that you and I first talked to now, it looks like you're getting 4 times more leads. Is that accurate? Am I off? Because there's somebody out there that feels stuck.
It is accurate. It's a little hard to believe, but it's true. And I say it because I'm experiencing it, and it's an amazing thing.
If you had to quantify as a percentage how many more leads you're getting now versus how many leads you were getting, I'm not trying to paint you into a mathematical corner, but would you say it's 4 times more leads or 10 times more leads or 400? How would you describe the increase or the amount of times increase you're seeing in the leads?
Oh, I would say, geez, 5 times, maybe 6 times.
So you're saying you're getting 5 or 6 times more leads.
Yes. And yeah, I mean, believe it or not, yeah.
That's powerful. Now, what do you say to somebody out there that feels like, man, because you know how it is when you're watching the show and you see other people having success and you cheer for them, but that success isn't you. What do you say to somebody who's watching this that maybe has had their business and it's been stuck for a long time?
I would say, you saw me a year ago when I was talking to Clay. My company was like spiraling down the drain, like just barely surviving. And now here we are, a year later, actually, to the month, and I'm able to pay my bills. And wow, what a change just in emotional state, let alone being inspired and wanting to do more.
Now, second thing is your traffic to your website. From what I've seen, and maybe you have different information, but from what I've seen, it looks like your traffic to your website has a little more than doubled. So again, we go to donerightcarpetcare.com. Is that correct? Have you noticed that the traffic has doubled, or maybe you have a different number there, or how would you describe the increase of website traffic?
Yeah, so from August of last year, I got a Google report, I think last Wednesday or Thursday, and I kid you not, it said the visibility had increased 125% from last year. So, I mean, for me, that's pretty amazing.
Now, next question I have here for you. There's somebody watching this, and again, growing a business, I always tell people there's marketing, there's offense, there's defense, there's special teams. So, marketing is offense, But when you think about a business, there's offense, defense, special teams, and offense would be marketing, branding, sales, those kind of things. Defense is accounting, legal systems, those things. And then the middle area is special teams. It requires a special team to make the dream work. I want to focus on that marketing side for a second. How much has it helped you having a proven turnkey system where you don't have to overthink it? You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to go read blogs and watch YouTube videos and guess at what's working, but just knowing that if you follow a proven system, you're going to have results.
Well, you know what? You can't really put a price on sanity, but I tell you what, it's really helped my sanity, my peace of mind, because, when you put the work in and you don't get the results, it makes you question everything. However, when you put the work into a recipe that really works and then you actually see the results, it makes all the difference. And that's what I've experienced with you and Levi and Thrivetime show. It's been amazing. It's a recipe that works, and it makes me want to do the work because, I'm seeing the result, not just financially, but even in my marriage and in my family, because, I'm a happier guy. I mean, my gosh, when you're looking at bills that are just kind of drowning you, it really sucks. But when you have, the finances and you can, go golfing with your son or do something with your kids and your family, that's pretty transformational.
I love it. Now, the word transformational, I want to dial into that for a second. Again, somebody listened, they tuned in, and then they might have missed it, and then they just heard it again. I want to make sure that someone gets it. If you had to describe to somebody watching this, and maybe they missed it the first time because they were driving, they were taking notes, or maybe they were going through the drive-through. Who knows? How would you describe how much your leads have increased? Because I want somebody to really understand that for hearing directly from you as a business owner.
Say like 5 to 6 times. But the thing is it's like these are not like tire kickers. These are people that are interested. They're looking for a good quality company. They're not looking for like the lowest price. I mean, these are good qualified candidates to do business with Done Right Carpet Care.
I absolutely love it. Now, once people get to your website, you have to have a no-brainer. Now, the no-brainer is an offer so good that first-time customers simply can't say no to it. It's just a deal that's so good. And theoretically, if you wow the customer, if you're a dentist, you're a doctor, you're a lawyer, you're a carpet cleaner, maybe you're a carpet installer, maybe you're a wood floor guy, you have to have a no-brainer. You got to have an offer so good that people can't say no to it. So you look at some of our longtime clients, colawfitness.com. They have a no-brainer. You say, what's their no-brainer? It's $7 per month for Colaw Fitness. You say, well, how do you make any money? They have a model where it's $7 to check out the service, check out the gym. And then after that, they have a very fair price, but that gets you in the door. That's $7 that first month. You can check it out. Elephant in the Room, our haircut chain. The first haircut is $1. You say, well, how does somebody make any money when the first haircut is $1? Well, people come back month after month, year after year. That's how it works. You look at a company like Winters King, longtime client of ours, they're attorneys. Their first consultation is free. Why is that important? Because the typical client they have sticks around year after year. That's how it works. Someone says, I want to see another example. Kingdom Home Builders. This is a home builder. Why do they do a free consultation? Well, because most people tend to buy a house, and the average house people buy is over $600,000. You have to have a no-brainer. How has having a no-brainer at donerightcarpetcare.com, where they can schedule their first clean for 25% off, how has that impacted your business, sir?
It's helped a lot because, it's one thing to get traffic, but it's another thing to get them to call or click. And that 25% off is as hard as it might be to swallow sometimes. It gets them to call or click. And it also, I'm kind of looking long term. I'm not looking at just that first cleaning for them. It's like a lifelong relationship. So in the long run, I'm way making out on that 25%. Plus, it kind of encourages them to clean even more because the more they clean them, the more they get off the price.
Now, one thing that I'm super excited about, and I know you know this about me because you've listened to our show and we've spent some time talking, but I love helping people get unstuck. Like, it never gets old to me, helping somebody get unstuck. But what happens is, by default, a lot of us get loyal to what doesn't work. So we know what doesn't work, but for some reason we want to keep doing it. What do you say to somebody out there that is maybe a dentist, a home builder, carpet installer, and they have been stuck in a rut for a long time doing what doesn't work, but yet they're kind of hesitant to schedule a free 13-point assessment at thrivetimeshow.com? What would you say to them?
I would say give yourself some grace because we all make mistakes, and just say to yourself, what if I did that call with Clay and it sounded good and it clicked, and then you actually got the recipe, followed the recipe, and got the result? I'm telling you, I'm living proof it's possible. I mean, I've tried so many different coaches, man. I mean, for my industry, there's 2 or 3 big marketing, gurus, and tried all of them. This is where digital meets old school, and it freaking works like no other, man. I'm telling you, like, I still carry business cards. People are shocked they have business cards that are, little pieces of paper, but they actually love it because they see my physical card, then they see me online, then they see me elsewhere, and it's like everything syncs together, and they call.
Now, I've got 3 final questions for you. One thing we love about working with you is you're willing to put in the work. I want to ask you this. What's it like knowing for you that you have a team our coaching team, photographers, video, web, search engine, online ad people, a coach, a consultant, that they're available to you to help you behind the scenes, but it's a flat rate. Like we're not sending you random bills. We're not charging you per call, per hour, per email. You have a weekly call, yes, but if you have a question or a concern, you don't pay extra. What's it like for you knowing you have an entire team that is available, but yet it's a set monthly fee?
Okay, so back to that sanity and peace of mind. There's another thing that you bring is confidence, man, because you guys are you're vested in your clients. You want them to succeed because without them succeeding, I mean, there's not a whole lot of proof. My thing is Levi and your team, they're very they're dependable. Um, they're prompt. They actually do what they say, and they mean what they say. And I love it because, for example, with some of my business cards, we went back and forth for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 calls, but he was dedicated to getting it right, and he did. And just like with everything else, the website that we had a couple, 3 changes, and man, it's so huge because I don't feel like I'm getting punished for something I'm not doing.
Second question, return on investment. I'm not asking you how much you're making or how much you're spending exactly, but I just want to make sure we get this idea. What I want to do is if I buy a tire for my car, I want my tire for my car to work and get me from A to B. If I buy a toothbrush, I want it to be used to brush my teeth. The utility of what we do as a consultancy is we want to help you grow your business. How would you describe the return on investment of what you're paying us versus the return you're seeing?
Well, it's it's been really good, and to be frank, because my business was where it was, swirling down that drain. And honestly, it's humbling but also embarrassing to admit, but it's the truth. That said, I couldn't stay on if it wasn't working for me. Like I needed it to bring in jobs that were going to be extra on top of what I would normally bring in with my word of mouth, my referrals, and my repeat clients. Because of Levi and because of you and because of like the tracking, I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, these jobs from Google and other places that I'm tracking are a direct reflection of your guys' recipe. So I can absolutely tell you, man, it's like I wouldn't be here having this conversation or paying my bill every month if it wasn't working.
Now, final question I have is just from having somebody in your corner that actually really does care. Um, I care, you care, but a lot of times entrepreneurs, we find ourselves without a team that cares. What's it meant to you having a team, whether it be Levi, myself, or just knowing that you have a group of people that actually do care, that they actually care, that they're going to make that extra call if they need to. They're going to respond to you when you need something. They're there in your corner. What's that meant to you in your business?
Well, it's meant a lot to me because like I kind of run my business the same way. It's like I've had my clients say where, man, you care more about my carpet than I do, I think. And I feel like Clay, you do. I think Levi, I think all of you guys, I know you guys have a vested interest in the outcome, and it shows. I mean, the way you hold us accountable is freaking nuts. But for me, I need that. And it shows me that you care. Like I just receive that as caring, and I appreciate that. I mean, a lot of times when everything was swirling, I was doing the wrong recipe, man. And nobody cared because I had nobody in my corner at the time except for me. And I'm just so thankful to be your client.
Well, it is an absolute honor to serve you. And if you've watched the show today and you've learned anything at all or you've benefited at all, I encourage everyone go to donerightcarpetcare.com. That's one of the things that will help John's website to rank higher. If you go to donerightcarpetcare.com, all you got to do, folks, is just go to the website and it helps the website rank higher. If you share a link from the website on your social media, it helps the website rank as well. So if you want to make the ultimate home run, go to donerightcarpetcare.com and just share a link and say, hey, I learned something today while listening to the founder of donerightcarpetcare.com. John, I'll give you the final word. I really wanted to have you on the show today to inspire somebody because you're making such a profound turnaround, and that never gets boring to me. So what do you say to somebody out there that needs a profound turnaround?
Dude, just make the call or the click, whatever it is, and you won't be sorry. You'll only be sorry if you don't do it, because you're just going to be like on a hamster wheel, and that just leads to burnout. When you have that recipe and you follow it, you get the results. It's no longer a carrot on the stick. You have that freaking carrot. You have the whole freaking bunch of them, man. So go after it and do it.
Thank you so much, John, for carving out time, and have a great day, sir.
Hey, you're welcome.
Bye-bye.
That Clay Clark, man, he is one character.
It's a good word for him. Character. Yeah, that is it.
Good, driven, smart. And I've never met a guy who was so hyper all the time. He's doing so much good. And then I met his mother, and she just says, she just lets him be Clay Clark. I mean, so he's endorsed by his mother, and he's doing magnificent work. So it was great meeting you out there and all the people that he surrounds himself with. Clay Clark starts his days at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, it's incredible. Yeah, he's a machine. He's a machine.
Yeah. But I have problems with my company starting at 9 o'clock. Yes, hundreds of people showing up at 5 a.m. in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Man, he's a leader of a leader. He's a fantastic young man.
No, he is. He is.
He has such a wealth of knowledge. He's worked with so many different companies and different businesses. He could take a concept that he's used before in the past with somebody totally different industry and see how it would work perfectly for you in whatever niche market you're in or whatever type of service you're providing. And so his brain is just a wealth of knowledge, and just to have that type of perspective on, as a part of your team and your own company is huge, super valuable. So I would definitely encourage people to use him. But one thing is, you got to be coachable. You got to be wanting to get feedback. You got to be wanting to really grow your company. You got to want to put that extra 10 hours a week to working on your business and not just in your business. And so, yes, I would recommend it to anybody who's wanting to grow their company and provide great systems, checklists, workflows, great encouragement, and have accountability.
Hi, I'm Aaron Antis with Shaw Homes. I first heard about Clay through a mortgage lender here in town who had told me what a great job he had been doing for them, and I actually noticed he was driving a Lamborghini all of a sudden, so I was willing to listen. In my career, I've sold a little over $800 million in real estate. So honestly, I thought I kind of knew everything about marketing and homes. And then I met Clay, and my perception of what I knew and what I could do definitely changed. After doing $800 million in sales over a 15-year career, I really thought I knew what I was doing. I've been managing a large team of salespeople for the last 10 years here with Shaw Homes. And I mean, we've been a company that's been in business for 35 years. We've become one of the largest builders in the Tulsa area, and that was without Clay. So when I came to know Clay, I really thought, man, there's not much more I need to know, but I'm willing to listen. The interesting thing is our internet leads from our website has actually, in a 4-month period of time, has gone from somewhere around 10 to 15 leads in a month to 180 internet leads in a month. Just from the few things that he's shown us how to implement that I honestly probably never would have come up with on my own. So I got a lot of good things to say about the system that Clay put in place with us. And it's just been an incredible experience. I am very glad that we met and had the opportunity to work with Clay. So the interaction with the team and with Clay on a weekly basis is honestly very enlightening. One of the things that I love about Clay's perspective on things is that he doesn't come from my industry. He's not somebody who's in the home building industry. I've listened to all the experts in my field. Our company has paid for me to go to seminars, international builder shows, all kinds of places where I've had the opportunity to learn from the experts in my industry. But the thing that I found working with Clay is that he comes from such a broad spectrum of working with so many different types of businesses that he has a perspective that's difficult for me to gain because I get so entrenched in what I do I'm not paying attention to what other leading industry experts are doing, and Clay really brings that perspective for me. It is very valuable time every week when I get that hour with him. From my perspective, the reason that any business owner who's thinking about hooking up with Thrive needs to definitely consider it is because the results that we've gotten in a very short period of time are honestly monumental. It has really exceeded my wildest expectation of what he might be able to do. I came in skeptical because I'm very pragmatic, and as I've gone through the process over just a few months, I've realized it's probably one of the best moves we've ever made. I think a lot of people probably feel like they don't need a business or marketing consultant because they maybe are a little bit prideful and like to think they know everything. I know that's how I felt coming in. I mean, we're a big company that's definitely one of the largest in town. And so we kind of felt like we knew what we were doing. And I think for a lot of people, they let their ego get in the way of listening to somebody that might have a better or different perspective than theirs. I would just really encourage you, if you're thinking about working with Clay, I mean, the thing is, it's month to month. Go give it a try and see what happens. I think in the 35-year history of Shaw Homes, this is probably the best thing that's happened to us. And I know if you give them a shot, I think you'll feel the same way. I know for me, the thing I would have missed out on if I didn't work with Clay is I would have missed out on literally an 1,800% increase in our internet leads. Going from 10 a month to 180 a month, that would have been a huge financial decision to just decide not to give it a shot. I would absolutely recommend Clay Clark to anybody who's thinking about working with somebody in marketing. I would skip over anybody else you were thinking about, and I would go straight to Clay and his team. I guarantee you're not going to regret it, because we sure haven't.
My name is Danielle Sprick, and I am the founder of D Sprick Realty Group here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. After being a stay-at-home mom for 12 years and my 3 kids started school and they were in school full-time, I was at a crossroads and trying to decide what do I want to do? My degree and my background is in education, but after being a mom and staying home and all of that, I just didn't have a passion for it like I once did. My husband suggested real estate. He's a home builder, so real estate and home building go hand in hand, and we just rolled with it. I love people, I love working with people, I love the building relationships, but one thing that was really difficult for me was the business side of things. The processes and the advertising and marketing. I knew that I did not have what I needed to make that what it should be. So I reached out to Clay at that time, and he and his team have been extremely instrumental in helping us build our brand, help market our business, our agents, the homes that we represent. Everything that we do is a direct line from Clay and his team and all that they've done for us. We launched our brokerage, our real estate brokerage, 8 months ago. And in that time, we've gone from myself and one other agent to just this week, we signed on our 16th agent. We have been blessed with the fact that we right now have just over 10 million in pending transactions. 3 years ago, I never would have even imagined that I would be in this role that I'm in today, building a business, having 16 agents. But I have to give credit where credit's due. And Clay and his team and the business coaching that they've offered us has been huge. It's been instrumental in what we're doing. Don't ever limit your vision. When you dream big, big things happen.
I started a business because I couldn't work for anyone else. I do things my way. I do what I think is in the best interest of the patient. I don't answer to insurance companies. I don't answer to large corporate organizations. I answer to my patient, and that's it. My thought when I opened my clinic was I can do this all myself. I don't need additional outside help in many ways. I mean, I went to medical school, I can figure this out. But it was a very, very steep learning curve. Within the first 6 months of opening my clinic, I had a $63,000 embezzlement. I lost multiple employees. Clay helped us weather the storm of some of the things that are just a lot of people experience, especially in the medical world. He was instrumental in helping with the specific written business plan. He's been instrumental in hiring good quality employees, using the processes that he outlines for getting in good talent, which is extremely difficult. He helped me in securing the business loans. He helped me with web development and search engine optimization. We've been able to really keep a steady stream of clients coming in because they found us on the web. With everything that I encountered, everything that I experienced, I quickly learned it is worth every penny to have someone in your team that can walk you through and even avoid some of the pitfalls that are almost invariable in starting your own business. I'm Dr. Chad Edwards, and I own Revolution Health and Wellness Clinic.
Clay, my honor to be on your show, and thank you for all you do. I hear the ripple effects from you are good ripple effects. You know what I mean? People rave about what they learned from you, so congratulations.
And we went from expecting maybe 250,000 this year to we're at 400,000. Hi, I'm Kelsey with K&D's Woodruff Finishing, business owner at 23. So I've been working this K&D's company for about 5 years now, and we started working with Thrive not too long ago. And we went from expecting maybe 250,000 this year to we're at 400,000. That's what we're going to hit or exceed. So we're pretty excited about that. It's been pretty much just listening to what they have to say. Their hiring process has just really been incredible as far as finding good quality help, and the just the accountability of meeting up with them weekly, and like such good insight, the resources that they have for specific business questions. It's all been really incredible. It's been a great experience, so I would recommend it to anybody.
What I've seen from Clay and his group at Thrive is they'll give you a simple system, and it's the simple systems are the ones that people can wrap their brain around. They're the ones that people can work with on a day-to-day basis.
Hi there, my name is Stephanie Pipkin. I am 24 years old and I own Black River Falls Cleaning Services. We opened in April of 2019 and it is now mid-June of 2020. So I wanted to talk today about the success and growth I have achieved by implementing the Proven Path with Clay Clark's team and my business coach Luke from Thrivetime. It has been insane to say the least. I started working with them in mid-February of this year, so we're about 4 months in of working together, and it has completely transformed my business in pretty much every facet. So I'm gonna check my notes here. So in 4 months, my leads have tripled. I was getting probably like 2 leads a week. Now I'm getting more in the like 10 to 15 leads a week. I have doubled my number of employees. I'm now hitting the highest revenue weeks in the history of the company, week to week it seems like. We went from about 6 appointments today as our highest in February to now 14 to 15 appointments a day. And hiring quality employees has become much simpler and less stressful by using their systems for hiring. I typically only get maybe 2 complaints a month, if that, and everybody shows up to work. I just have really high quality employees now, especially in something people typically consider a high turnover type of work, you know, cleaning houses, cleaning businesses. I have amazing employees now, and I get rid of the ones who are not so amazing and bring on new ones because of, you know, group interviews and interviewing every single week. It's just been great, and such I don't waste as much time on low quality candidates anymore. And your coach will hold you accountable. I mean, which I love. Again, the tough love is really great. You know, Luke's like a stern father figure, but he's also nice, but also stern when he needs to be, when I'm being lazy and not doing the things that I know I need to do because I don't want to do them. So that's just great. Worth every penny. I mean, I'd pay him $1 million a month if I can, and maybe someday I'll be able to, but I would just say go for it. If it seems like a good fit, just go for it. do what they say, even if you think it's stupid or ridiculous. Just do what they say, because it'll work. You know, people, when they look at my business, you know, people in my town, they think I'm lucky. They think I'm just, you know, things just happen for me. And, you know, maybe I am lucky, but it has a lot to do with hard work and, you know, perseverance and, you know, working till you cry sometimes. That's just being an entrepreneur, which if you're a business owner, you understand that. But it's having these systems in place of, you know, of course I'm going to be successful. It's an absolute, because I have all this stuff in the background happening, and I have Luke and Clay and everybody on their team working really hard to make sure that I'm a success. And I can tell that they are just so excited every single week when I'm having all these wins and things like that. They're so excited for me. So it's the best thing ever, and I would suggest to anybody to work with them. So sorry for the long-winded reply, but I just had so much to say, and I could go on for hours probably about how amazing they are. But thank you to Clay and Luke and the entire team there, everything you guys have done for me, and I am so excited to continue to work with you for years to come. Thanks so much for watching.
My saying is, if it's important to you, hire a coach. And I think that's one of the reasons people are not successful is they eat a cheeseburger instead of hiring a coach, you know what I mean? And so my coach pushes me. They're younger than me. They push harder. They're trained. And as my rich dad always said, you know, amateurs don't have a coach, but professionals always have coaches. So I've always had coaches for whatever was important. And, you know, my rich dad was one of those persons. I wanted to learn how to play Monopoly in real life. So he was my coach.
I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it, it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick, walk-on-hot coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business. And I encourage you to not believe what I'm saying, and I want you to Google the Z66 auto auction. I want you to Google elephant in the room. Look at Robert Zellner and Associates. Look them up and say, are they successful because they're geniuses, or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't love it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see you.
Are you looking to start or grow a super successful business? Join Eric Trump, the New York Times bestselling author of The Carnivore Diet, Sean Baker. Join hundreds of real business owner client success stories at the highest rated business conference in America. Join Mel K, Julie Green, Amanda Grace, Pastor Dave Scarlett, and myself in Tulsa, Oklahoma, November 5th and 6th. Attend the most real, the most authentic, the highest rated, and most reviewed Ultimate Business Growth Workshop. During this 2-day interactive business workshop, you're going to learn everything you need to know to make your business grow. Learn how to generate more sales. Learn how to produce additional high-quality inbound leads. Learn how to create repeatable systems. Learn how to build a successful business. And learn how to do it now. If you've ever wanted to learn how to start and grow a super successful company, this is the event for you. At our 2-day interactive business workshop, we will teach you specifically every step that you need to take to start and grow a super successful company. We will teach you specifically how to get to the top of the Google search engine results, how to dominate artificial intelligence search results, how to market via social media, how to generate more leads, and how to get in front of your ideal and likely buyers. We're going to teach you the step-by-step processes that you need to learn in order to hire, inspire, train, and retain high-quality employees and teammates. We're going to teach you specifically what you need to learn to manage a team of people. We're going to teach you how to manage your finances, how to look at the numbers, and to figure out the specific steps that you need to take to create a time freedom and financial freedom producing business. At the Thrivetime Show 2-day interactive business workshop, we've been teaching entrepreneurs everything they need to know to start and grow a successful company since 2005. In fact, at our 2-day interactive business workshops, we're going to teach you marketing, systems and scaling, human resources, accounting, social media marketing, branding, search engine optimization, sales training, financial management, and so much more. You can learn more and request tickets today simply by going to thrivetimeshow.com. Yes, you can request tickets today simply by going to thrivetimeshow.com. That's the website. Join Eric Trump, myself, and Team America live and in person at the Thrivetime Show 2-day interactive business workshop, November 5th and 6th in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
My name is Kevin Thomas, and the name of our company is MultiClean. We are a commercial janitorial service, and we serve the entire state of Oklahoma and Kansas, and soon to be Arkansas. We have probably grown probably 5 times. We've added, I think when we first started with you, we had 60 to 65 employees. And now we have a little over 300 employees. Before we got involved with Thrivetime, we didn't really have any systems or processes in place. So I've probably been to, in 6-7 years, I've probably been to 12 to 13 business conferences. And amazingly, each time I go, I learn something new, and I'm so excited to bring it back and show the team about marketing and how to implement.
Okay, Aaron Antis, November 5th and 6th. Guess who's coming back to Tulsa? I will give you a hint. His first name is Eric, and his last name is Trump. Whoa. And his father is the 47th president of these United States. Yes, Eric Trump is joining us once again here September 25th and 26th in Tulsa, Oklahoma for the 2-day interactive Thrivetime Show Business Growth Workshop. But Eric Trump is bringing friends. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Amanda Grace will be in the place. Dr. Stella Emanuel will be here in T-Town in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Julie Green will be on the scene. Mel K will be here to say hey. Dave Scarlett from the His Glory team will be here. It's going to be a blasty blast right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. If you want to start or grow a super successful company, if you want to make your wallet great again or make your wallet great for the first time, if you want to learn marketing, systems, scaling, human resources, accounting, social media, branding, search engine optimization, sales training, financial management, and more, get your tickets right now at thrivetimeshow.com. Once again, that's thrivetimeshow.com.
Hey, I'm Ryan Wimpy. I'm originally from Tulsa, born and raised here. I've definitely learned a lot about life design and making sure the business serves you. The linear workflow for us and getting everything out on paper and documented is really important. Like we have workflows that are kind of all over the place, so having linear workflow and seeing that mapped out on multiple different boards is pretty awesome. That's really helpful for me. The atmosphere here is awesome. I definitely just stared at the walls, figuring out how to make my facility look like this place. This place rocks. It's invigorating. The walls are super, it's just very cool. The atmosphere is cool. The people are nice. It's a pretty cool place to be. Very good learning atmosphere. I literally want to model it and steal everything that's here at this facility and basically create it just on our business side. Play is hilarious. I literally laughed so hard that I started having tears yesterday. And we've been learning a lot, which, you know, we've been sitting here, we've been learning a lot, and so the humor definitely helps. It breaks it up. But the content is awesome, off the charts, and it's very interactive. You can raise your hand. It's not like you're just listening to the professor speak, you know. The wizard teaches, but the wizard interacts and he takes questions, so that's awesome. If you're not attending the conference, you're missing about 3/4 to half of your life. You're definitely, it's probably worth a couple $1,000s. So you're missing the thought process of someone that's already started like 9 profitable businesses. So not only is it a lot of good information, but just getting in the thought.
Clay Clark is here somewhere. Where's my buddy Clay? Clay's the greatest. I met his goats today. I met his dogs. I met his chickens. I saw his compound. He's like the greatest guy.
I ran from his goats, his chickens, his dogs.
So this guy's like the greatest marketer you've ever seen, right? His entire life, Clay Clark, his entire life is marketing.
Well, people don't know this, but the Trump organization has thousands of employees. There's not 50 employees. The Trump organization, again, most people don't know this, but the Trump organization has thousands of employees. And while Donald J. Trump was the 45th president of these United States, he needed a competent man to run and execute his business plans. Showtime! So the man that runs the Trump organization for Donald J. Trump, as he was the 45th president of the United States and now the 47th president of the United States, is Eric Trump. And so Eric Trump is here to talk about time management, promoting from within, marketing, branding, quality control, sales systems, workflow design, workflow mapping, how to build. I mean, everything that you see, the Trump hotels, the Trump golf courses, all their products, the man who manages billions of dollars of real estate and thousands of employees is here to teach us how to do it.
You are talking about one of the greatest brands on the planet from a business standpoint.
Right.
I mean, who else has been able to create a brand like the Trump brand? I mean, look at it. And this is the man behind the business for the last pretty much since 2015. He's been the man behind it. So you're talking, we're into 9 going into 10 years of him running it, and we get to tap into that knowledge. That's going to be amazing.
Now, think about this for a second.
But that Clay Clark, man, he is one character.
It's a good word for him. Character. Yeah, that is it.
Good, driven, smart. And I've never met a guy who was so hyper all the time. He's doing so much good. And then I met his mother, and she just says, she just lets him be Clay Clark. I mean, so he's endorsed by his mother, and he's doing magnificent work. So it was great meeting you out there and all the people that he surrounds himself with. Clay Clark starts his days at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, it's incredible. Yeah, he's a machine. He's a machine.
But I have problems with my company starting at 9 o'clock. Yes, hundreds of people showing up at 5 a.m. in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Man, he's a leader of a leader. He's a fantastic young man.
No, he is.
The lineup continues to grow, and this is how we do our tickets here at the Thrivetime Show. If you want to get a VIP ticket, you can absolutely do it. It's $500 for a VIP ticket. We've always done it that way. Now, if you want to take a general admission ticket, it's $250 or whatever price you want to pay. And the reason why I do that, and the reason why we do that is because we want to make our events affordable for everybody. I grew up without money. I totally understand what it's like to be in a tight spot. So if you want to attend, it's $250 or whatever price you want to pay. That's how I do it. And it's $500 for a VIP ticket. Now, we only have limited seating here. With the most people we've ever had in this building was for the Jim Brewer presentation. Jim Brewer came here, the legendary comedian Jim Brewer came to Tulsa, and we had
718 people. 718 people.
And I thought to myself, there's no more room. I felt kind of bad that if a couple people had VIP seats in the men's restroom. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. But I thought, you know what, we should probably add on. So again, if you want to get tickets for this event, all you have to do is go to thrivetimeshow.com. Go to thrivetimeshow.com. When you go to thrivetimeshow.com, you'll go there, you'll request a ticket, boom. Or if you want to text me, if you want a little bit faster service, you say, I want you to call me right now. Just text my number. It's my cell phone number, my personal cell phone number. We'll keep that private between you, me, everybody. We'll keep that private. And anybody. Don't share that with anybody except for everybody. That's my private cell phone number. It's 918-851-0102. 918-851-0102. I know we have a lot of Spanish-speaking people that attend these conferences, and to be bilingually sensitive, my cell phone number is 918-851-0102.
That is not actually bilingual. That's just saying Juan for a one. It's not the same thing.
I think you're attacking me. Now, let's talk about this. Now, what kind of stuff will you learn at the Thrivetime Show workshop? So, Aaron, you've been to many of these over the past 7-8 years. So let's talk about it. I'll tee up the thing, and then you tell me what you're going to learn here, okay?
Okay.
You're going to learn marketing and branding. What are we going to learn about marketing and branding?
Oh, yeah. We're going to dive into, so many people say, I got to get my brand known out there, like the Trump brand, right? You want to get that brand brand out there. It's like, how do I actually make people know what my business is and make it a household name? You're going to learn some intricacies of how you can do that.
You're going to learn sales. So many people struggle to sell something. This just in, your business will go to hell if you can't sell. So we're going to teach you sales. We're going to teach you search engine optimization, how to come up top in the search engine results. We're going to teach you how to manage people. Aaron, you have managed, no exaggeration, hundreds of people throughout your career and thousands of contractors. And most people struggle with managing people. Why does everybody have to learn how to manage people?
Well, because first of all, you either have great people or you have people who suck. And so it can be a challenge. Learning how to work with a large group of people and get everybody pulling in the same direction can be a challenge. But if you have the right systems, you have the right processes, and you're really good at selecting great ones, and we have a process we teach about how to find great people. When you start with the people who have a great attitude, they're teachable, they're driven, all of those things, then you can get those people all pulling in the same direction.
So we're going to teach you branding, marketing, sales, search engine optimization. We're going to teach you accounting. We're going to teach you personal finance, how to manage your finance. We're going to teach you time management. How do you manage your time? How do you get more done during a typical day? How do you build an organization if you're not organized? How do you do organization? How do you build an org chart? Everything that you need to know to start and grow a business will be taught during this 2-day interactive business workshop. Now, let me tell you how the format is set up here. And again, folks, this is a 2-day interactive 15. Think about this, folks. It's 2 days. Each day it starts at 7 a.m. and it goes until 5 p.m. So from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., 2 days. It's a 2-day interactive workshop. The way we do it is we do a 30-minute teaching session, and then we break for 15 minutes for a question and answer session. So, Aaron, what kind of great stuff happens during that 15-minute question and answer session after every teaching session?
I actually think it's the best part about the workshops, because here's what happens. I've been to lots of these things over the years. I've paid many thousands of dollars to go to them. And you go in there and they talk in vague generalities, and they're constantly upselling you for something, trying to get you to buy this thing or that thing or this program or this membership. And you leave not getting your very specific questions answered about your business or your employees or what you're doing on your marketing. And what's awesome about this is we literally answer every single question that any person asks, and it's very specific to what your business is.
And what we do is we allow you as the attendee to write your questions on the whiteboard.
Yep.
And then we literally, as you mentioned, we answer every single question on the whiteboard. And then we take a 15-minute break to stretch and to make it entertaining when you're stretching. And this is a true story. When you get up and stretch, you'll be greeted by mariachis. Sure. There's going to probably be alpaca here, llamas, helicopter rides, a coffee bar, a snow cone. There's just...
You had a crocodile one time. That was pretty interesting.
I should write that down and actually do that.
Sorry for that one guy that we lost.
The crocodile, we duct taped its face so that we duct taped.
No, it was a baby crocodile.
And it was duct tape.
Yeah, duct tape around the mouth so it didn't bite anybody. But it was really cool passing that thing around and
I should do that. We have a small petting zoo that will be assembled. It's going to be great. And then you're in the company of hundreds of entrepreneurs. So there's not a lot of people in America today. In fact, there's less than 10 million people today, according to U.S. Debt Clock, that identify as being self-employed. So if you have a country with 350 million people, that means you have less than 3% of our population that's even self-employed. Yeah. So you only have 3 out of every 100 people in America that are self-employed to begin with. And when Inc. magazine reports that 96% of businesses fail by default, you have a 1 out of 1,000 chance of succeeding in the game of business.
It's tough.
But yet the average client that you and I work with, we can typically double this. And this is no hyperbole, no exaggeration. And I have thousands of testimonials to back this up. We have thousands of testimonials to back it up. But when you work with a home builder, when I work with a business owner, we can typically double the size of the company within 24 months.
Yeah.
Double. And you say double? Yeah, there's businesses that we have tripled. There's businesses we've grown 8x. There's so many examples you can see at thrivetimeshow.com. But again, this is the most interactive, best business workshop on the planet. This is objectively the highest rated and most reviewed business workshop on the planet.
I was looking to learn how to take my business, like they've said today, from being very successful to being systematic. I've got a very successful practice in 3 different cities, make good money. Just want to take it to the next level with systems and processes to where I can drive my cars more.
Paul Hood.
I have been a CPA for 33 years.
And what kind of growth have you and your great team had here over the past, let's say, 5-6 years?
For the last when I met you 5 years ago, we were doing 3 million. This year we'll do 24 million.
Whoa. And you say, Clay, I'm not going to get a ticket unless you give me more. Okay, fine. We're going to serve you the same meal both days. True story. We cater in the food, and because I keep it simple, I literally bring in the same food both days for lunch. It's Ted Escondido's, an incredible Mexican restaurant. That's going to happen. And someone says, I want more. This is not enough.
Give me more.
Okay. I'm not going to mention their names right now because I'm working on it behind the scenes here. But we've got one guy who's given me a verbal to be here. And this is a guy who's one of the wealthiest people in Oklahoma. And nobody really knows who he is because he's built systems that are very utilitarian, that offer a lot of value. He's made a lot of money in the, it's where you rent. It's short term. It's where you're renting storage spaces. He's a storage space guy. He owns the. What do you call that? The rental. A
storage space.
Storage units.
Yeah.
This guy owns storage units. He owns railroad cars. He owns a lot of assets that make money on a daily basis, but they're not like customer facing. Most people don't know who owns the mini storage facility, or most people don't know who owns the warehouse that's passively making money. Most people don't know who owns the railroad cars, but this guy, he's given me a verbal that he will be here, and we just continue to add more and more success stories. So if you're out there today and you want to change your life, you want to give yourself an incredible gift, you want a life-changing experience, you want to learn how to start and grow a company, go to thrivetimeshow.com. Go there right now, thrivetimeshow.com. Request a ticket for the 2-day interactive event.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Thomas Crossan, owner and founder of Full Package Media in Dallas, Texas. I've been a coaching client with Clay Clark since the beginning of our business. We started about a year ago, August of last year. I had no clients, no idea what we were doing, no clue really what was going on. And now we've grown to where we've got 6 photographers, we've got office space here. I have an admin, sales person that works for us full time, developing an online system. And a lot of that growth we attribute to Clay helping us. And there's so many things that, his stuff is not, revolutionary. It's not this crazy walk on hot coals and all this stuff. It's just real stuff.
It's going to be a blasty blast. There's no upsells. Aaron, I could not be more excited about this event.
I think it is incredible. And there's somebody out there right now, you're watching and you're like, but I already signed up for this incredible other program called Smoke Your Way to Thin. I think that's going to change your life. I promise you, this will be 10 times better than that.
Whoa. It's like I picked the wrong week to quit smoking.
Don't do the Smoke Your Way to Thin conference. I've tried it. Don't do it.
Yeah, chain smoking is not a viable. It is life-changing. It is life-changing. If you become a chain smoker, it is life-changing.
Not the best weight loss program, though.
Right. Really. So if you're looking to have life-changing results in a way that won't cause you to have a stoma, get your tickets at thrivetimeshow.com. Again, that's Aaron Antis. I'm Clay Clark, and reminding you and inviting you to come out to the 2-day interactive Thrive Time Show workshop right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I promise you, it will be a life-changing experience. We can't wait to see you right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Whoa. What kind of growth have you since you and I have been working together over these past few years?
3.45 million. I got those stats before I got on here.
So you've grown by 3.45 million.
Yeah, 3,450,000.
Would that be like if you took the combined revenue, maybe doubled it? Have we gone up by
about almost 3, not quite.
Whoa.